Hi friends, welcome back to the Cloud channel. Today it is Christmas / Black Friday drop, so I thought I'd bring you along with me and see what we get up to because we're actually really behind. It's Christmas / Black Friday drop day at the Clouds, and I thought I'd bring you with me because I actually don't know whether we're gonna make it on time. I'm really behind. I haven't been well this week, so I've been kind of like sleeping in, trying to like sleep it off so I'd still have like at least a few productive hours of the day. But obviously sleeping in means that I haven't been able to do as much, and yeah, we're a bit behind for where we'd usually be at this point in a drop, and we've got to drop the collection in like early access is in 5 hours, and I still need to do the website, the email. I still haven't, if you can see this fabric here, this hasn't been cut yet, so I don't know the final quantities. I've got an idea, but I don't know them. Is this drop gonna happen? We're gonna find out. If you don't know me, hi, my name's Katie and I own a little tiny business called Katie Clouds. We make exclusive bookish essentials for story lovers. Basically book sleeves, Kindle sleeves, all the things that you can think of in the realm of protecting books and Kindles and things like that. Honestly, we've got to get a big fat move on. I need to finish this website. Finish the website, finish the email, finish cutting to get the quantities. I don't know why I've decided today of all days, like, oh, we're running out of time, let's pull out the camera and film. That sounds like a good idea, Katie. Well done. However, I did promise I'll be consistent, and I'm trying my best to be consistent. Although last week we had no video. Listen, consistency doesn't have to be weekly, it can be fortnightly. Anyway, early access is at 4, so I need to send emails out by about 5 to 4, and then general sale is at 5. Let's see how this goes. We're dropping Christmas, which is basically everything in this basket. So we have 2 Christmas sleeves that are just going to be available to buy separately, which are these 2. So it's like a gingerbread one this way, gingerbread one, and then like a cozy Christmas tree one, and then we also do blind boxes at the Clouds. I'm gonna put that there, and inside the blind box this time you can either get the green candy cane or the pink candy cane, and we do that in Kindle sleeve or book sleeve. And I just realised I was looking at the camera lens, so I know what I was showing you. These are all our Christmas items. The lighting's just killing it, so I'm sure they look fantastic. But they are fantastic, and they're very pretty. Like, mysteriously got like a cut on my finger yesterday, and I was like putting cream on my face, and I put hand sanitizer on my hands before I did my skincare, and my finger was just like stinging, and I had a big cut in my finger. I don't know where it came from. Anyway, that's why I've got an ugly plaster. Let's get on with it because we're running out of time, and if we run out of time, I'm gonna lose my job. Do you know what? I think we can do it. I'm just gonna have to like non-stop. Anyway, let's go. Okay, last week we moved the back room around, the room where I work in, because my desk was in front of the radiator and it was like blocking all the heat getting into the room. Like, I was freezing cold and the house would be dead warm because the heating had been on, and this room just wasn't warm enough at all, so we needed to move the room around in order for the heat to radiate. But I haven't quite worked out like angles, best lighting at the minute, because I'll show you the before and after, but the desk is like on the other side now, so the settee's here, the telly's in front of me, but then the door is like there, like on this wall, so like there is absolutely no natural light, and obviously it's winter, so I know we like had a big speech about like ring lights on the last video, but I think I might have to invest in one because this is a bit dire, especially since like I'm in grey. This looks like a bin bag. This is not a bin bag. This is literally like a new roll of fleece, but it's like still in its packaging. Obviously it's protected, so it's not a bin bag, it's a roll of fleece. It's like a very important item, even though it literally looks like it's meant for the bin. And then obviously, yeah, it's like we're not killing it with the lighting. I'll find some solutions, and hopefully when I edit it, it's not going to be that bad anyway. But as usual, on drop days, the desk is chocker with fabric and all stuff like that. So I'm sitting on the settee with the laptop making. At the minute I'm doing the email. I'm gonna clip this so like I can chat and still work at the same time. I'm doing the email now. It's not like killing it, you know what I mean? As usual, I need to stop complaining. So this is gonna be our last collection of the year, which is like super scary, to be honest. Like, the year's gone so fast. I feel like I had so much planned for the year, and I do feel like we have got a lot of that done. The year has gone like maybe double what I expected, which is like great. Like, what more can you ask for? I'm so extremely grateful. We definitely moved into making our own designs a lot earlier than planned. It kind of all stemmed from us losing a big fabric package. It got taken by customs. You know, sometimes they take packages and they hold them for 2 months and then just give you them back for no reason. We got it back after 2 months, but it kind of like ruined our whole yearly plan. And also a mix of other things, like, I don't want to go on about it too much, but I felt like we were being copied in some respect, and we were getting a lot of messages from like our customers saying like, oh my god, like so and so's like copied this, and it was doing my head in. And at the time, the patterns that we weren't using weren't exclusive to us. Obviously, like, I just bought the licenses for those patterns, but literally our collections and bundles and stuff were being copied, like, word for word. And it like kind of like put a fire under me, because it really annoyed me, to be honest, because I just, like, business is business, don't get me wrong, but I just wouldn't do that to someone else. I wouldn't, like, I feel like I've said this before, but like, I so extremely go out of my way to make sure that we're different from other small bookish businesses. Obviously there's like space for all of us, but I just felt a bit like excuse my language, but we were getting taken the piss out of a little bit. So I thought, nah, I'm not having this anymore. Listen, everyone's like it was not like our work wasn't being robbed or anything like that. It was just, I don't want to be too negative, and I don't want to bring too much light to it either, but basically what we were doing was being copied completely, and down to the patterns that we were using, like exact patterns. And I did notice it by myself, but then when like customers are coming to you and sending you like screenshots, it's a bit like, oh well, if people are starting to notice that like we're not unique anymore, I wasn't having it. So we changed into like being completely exclusive. I draw all of our patterns with the help of my sister. Sometimes my sister helped with one pattern for autumn and also one pattern for Christmas. Yeah, but my plan wasn't to start drawing our designs until January, like next year, so like 2 months away. But we actually started in June, and honestly it was the best thing that we did. I'm not gonna lie, it was the best thing we did. Everyone has been so extremely kind about it. Everyone loves the collections, and I feel like we've just been able to tailor the collections a lot more to what I think like our community want, what our community likes, and that can only be a good thing, honestly. I feel like we served the community a lot better than we did, and we're always trying to give back, so if we can give back with things that people actually want, that's always a plus. I'm out of breath because I'm not well. My nose is like, I'm speaking so much out my mouth and my nose can't breathe properly, so I'm out of breath. Yeah, so that was definitely one of the highlights of the year. And this is like what we're ending on, our Christmas collection. I feel like the only thing we might potentially have left to drop this year would be our tumblers if they arrive like in time. If they arrive in the next 2 weeks, I'll drop them. But if they arrive like 5 days before Christmas, I'll wait till the new year, because there's no point in doing that early, to be honest. Do you know what I realised? So we do our early access email, which you probably know. We do an early access email, and it's also got, for most drops, it's got a 10% off code. So if you shop the drop, that's so cringe, if you shop the collection on the drop date, you also get a 10% off code that lasts until midnight, and you also get the early access code, so you can shop an hour before the website opens. Anyway, so for example, for our romantasy collection, you could only get this code in the email, right? Like, you literally, there was nowhere else you could get this code. If you wanted the code, you have to be on the email list. You have to open the email, you have to shop from the email, because the codes are in the email. For the romantasy drop, let's do Cloud Witch instead. For the Cloud Witch collection, you could get early access and a discount code, but you could only get those in the email. This is where like email marketing doesn't completely make sense to me. I'm not sure how accurate it is, because the discount code, which you could only get in the email, the code was Cloud Hex, right? And it says this code's expired, but the amount of people who use this code is 72. So 72 people used that code. So 72 orders had used the cloud code that they got in the email, which means 72 people must have got the code from the email and shopped and checked out an order and like completed a purchase from the email. 72. But if I go to the email that code came from, if I go to the email that the cloud, your invitation to the Cloud Witch Coven email, this is the performance of that email. So we have a click rate of 12.9%. So we have an open rate of 68%, which is great. We very grateful for that. An open rate usually 20%, so 68% will fly in. Click rate is 12.9, and total orders is 5. But 72 people used the code from the email. I know the majority of our customers from Instagram, from our community on Instagram, I know at least everyone gets the code from the email. I know everyone opens the emails. So I don't get how it can say, the tracking of these sorts of things must be a bit skew with, because how can it say that 5 people ordered from the email if 72 people use the code, which could only be found in the email? It's not adding up, you know what I mean? So I don't know how. I need to, maybe that's a thing for the new year, I need to tighten my analytics in terms of email marketing, because that's just not right. And I don't even know how I would do that, because it's a Shopify thing, it's not me. That's pretty annoying, isn't it? I think it's probably people have just gone on the email, saw the code, left the email and went on the website and just used the code. However, the math isn't mathing, you know what I mean? Using that knowledge, it's not something I just made up. I've kept the email dead simple this time. I usually do a nice front, and then on the second page do text explaining the collection, saying thank you, all stuff like that. And today I'm doing one page, and it's just going to be a nice pretty Christmas, Christmas is here, you better run, and then with the passwords and the discount code on the bottom, and see what occurs then, see whether these stats change and we'll be able to compare the stats to the discount code. Just another thing that I'm never gonna understand. Another thing that we wing every single day. I'm just gonna schedule this email now, so we're nearly done with the email. I'll show you the email. This is what the email is gonna be. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to enjoy the early access password and the discount code, because obviously this isn't going to be posted. But hopefully by the time you're watching this, there may be some things left for you to shop if you wanted to go have a look. I think I finished the website. I think I finished the email. It's 1:25. And now I'm cutting fabrics again. I kind of only need to cut them like one seam, and I'll be able to calculate how many pieces there are. So it's not like the end of the world if I don't get everything cut before like 3:30. But I'm gonna try my best. It'll be better if like everything is actually cut rather than just me guessing. And I also knew how many I marked on the fabric, but obviously I don't really class that as like one item in stock until it's like completely cut, in case I like cut it wrong or cut right through one piece or something like that. I could make like a very, very good estimated guess now. So the fact that I'm cutting the fabric now, I think we're in a good position. Yeah, I'm starting to get a tiny bit nervous now, like I always do, but up until I don't know whether it's just because, oh, that was the post, give me a sec. I can't remember the last thing I said, but also this camera's about to die, so I'm gonna have to throw it on for a bit. Do you know what, when I was thinking of like how I was gonna like change these videos so I could start making them and be more consistent and like not get bogged down with like being too busy to film, which like is just so pretentious and not what I mean, but it is what I mean, if you know what I mean. I was kind of thinking like when I watch like my friends' small business vlogs and stuff like that, I prefer it. This is no shade to anyone, but I just prefer it like when like they're talking, because like I'm usually working myself when I'm watching the videos. So like if I'm not necessarily watching all of the time, so if there's no audio and it's just like music for like a minute, I'm just like, I've got nothing to really engage with because I'm working myself, so I can't necessarily watch like a minute of the video. I'm usually like using it as like a little audio book, like a little voice note. So I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna do less of like the videos, just the footage of like me working and stuff like that, because I feel like if you're watching this and you're working at the same time, you're not gonna be able to like fully engage with like 1 minute clips of like me like cutting the fabric. Do you know what I mean? I think like a good way to start is like doing like the format that you enjoy watching. That's the only like basis I have at the minute, and the format I enjoy watching is just like people talking rather than just like the aesthetic work videos, and my work videos were never aesthetic. So I'm not gonna bring you like with me when I'm working in silence as much, just because I feel like I'm boring. Anyway, just a personal preference. But this needs charging, and I'll bring you back with us when maybe when we sit down for early access, or no, when I sit down to do quantities, we'll be back. And then it will be, when we sit down to do quantities, it'll nearly be dropped, so that's scary. Oh, now I know what I was talking about, but the camera's gonna die. Always the way. I remember I was getting a bit nervous. I haven't felt nervous for Christmas at all, just because it's like the end of year collection. I've kind of got the attitude of like, it is what it is. We've been playing catch up a bit with collections at the end of the year, just because it's been a bit of a learning curve, me learning how to manage the extra time needed to draw my own collections. So like autumn was a bit late, which meant that Christmas had to be a bit late. Whereas like now we're dropping Christmas on the 28th of November. Last year I did it on the 1st of November. Bit of a difference. Yeah, so I'm not really like, I want the collection to do well. I really love the collection and we've worked so hard on it, but you know, at this time of the year, like everyone's just like trying to get by, do you know what I mean? So my heart isn't fully like committed to how well the collection does. The collection will do how it does, and I'll be grateful either way. whatever way it goes. So, but I think my nerves come from like me making sure that everything, like the website, is working well, so anyone who does want to buy can buy like seamlessly. I think that's where my nerves come from, making sure everything's actually set up if anyone does want to buy, rather than how the drop's gonna do. And because I'm a bit behind in terms of like setting the website up, I think that's where my nerves are coming from this time around, because I'm like, is the website going to be ready in time for anyone who does want to shop? Maybe I'm overthinking it a bit. I'm going to stop yapping, take a breath. I'm only out of breath because I'm not well. Okay, you're going on charge. I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm not going to lie to you, I feel violently sick, and I don't know whether that's because I'm not well or the stress of this launching in 2 + 5 7 minutes. I'm also getting vibes now that no one's gonna show up. I'm not joking. That's like the vibe it's given. Instagram hasn't pushed me as much as usual today. The reveal posts and that were fine, but I find they did really well, thankfully. But today Instagram's been like a ghost town. Maybe everyone's busy. It's 3 minutes till the email hits, and it says there's 9 visitors on the website right now, but there's not. They're all like bots from like Shopify. I think it's usually like Shopify like tracking bots, which is really annoying. I know for a fact there's not 9 people on the website, especially because they're always from this place called Council Bluffs in the United States. So no one's with us yet. I'm drinking orange juice to try and force myself to be better. The vitamin surge and all that, it usually works for me, honestly. I usually wake up the next day feeling better. I'm getting some messages saying emails aren't working, but the email hasn't been sent yet. Okay, it's 1 minute till the message sends, and I'm panicking. Okay, it's 55, so the email should start dropping now. If Shopify like actually does its thing. Let's see. Sending. It's sending. Someone's entered the shop. 2 people have entered the shop. Do you know what? I usually screen record my iPad. 3 people, 4 people. I screen record my iPad and I'll show you like a little clip. And everyone comes in and starts shopping. Friends, people have shown up to the sale. The counter is right here now. So that's gonna be annoying, to be honest, if that goes off. Yeah, we got our first sale. Oh, thank God. Not thank God, but you know what I mean. Thank God. Okay, it says there's 11 visitors on the website right now. There looks like about 20 on the iPad, on the little shop app. So let's see if this is gonna update, because we've had a sale and this hasn't updated. It still says we've had none. So 3, that was the noise for free, I was gonna say. My brother always used to make fun of me for that. You got me crying on the flight. 19 visitors on the shop. And it's not 59 yet. 24 visitors in the shop. 26 visitors in the shop. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling a little less. I really, for a minute, I thought no one was going to show up. And I said before, like, I didn't mind how it did. And I don't. But if, like, no one was going to turn up, that would have been a bit of a shock. Just because we had such great reception. Oh, I'm so. That has to be a bulk order. I feel like all the noises are noisy now. I've just turned my iPad on, so now you can hear the door sounds. It's 4:10 and we're on 32 orders for the day. Well, for the last 10 minutes we opened at 4. That's really great. Let's see what stock we still have. Okay, we're down, so like it counts as like out of low in stock. If it's under 10 it goes like red. We've only got 8 of these Kindle sleeves left. I realised with the neon light that looks ridiculous. We've only got 8 of them left. We've only got 2 of those hardback sleeves left, and we've only got 3 gingerbread hardback sleeves left as well. We didn't have all the stock in the world for this drop, but we had enough. I feel like visitors are like dwindling now. Let's see. There's still 17 people on the website. That's like ding dong, like the lower tune is like people leaving. It's now 2 minutes to 7. I thought I'd give you a little update as to where we are. We have 2 items sold out at the minute. I say at the minute, it's a limited drop, so they're just sold out altogether. We have the Kindle sleeve and the hardback sleeve of the Christmas tree design sold out. We only have 1 gingerbread hardback sleeve left. We only have 6 gingerbread Kindle sleeves left. 5 looks like everything is below 10 now, which is really insane. I'm very grateful. We still have quite a lot of scrunchies because that was another one. I can't remember what drop it was. It was either Romantasy or Cloudwish. Either in August or September, right? The scrunchies. We had about 30 scrunchies in stock and they sold out in 2 minutes in early access. And it wasn't like someone bought like 20 scrunchies in like one order. Like people were just ordering like 1 or 2 scrunchies. The 30 of them, it was just one pattern, so it was definitely Romantasy or Cloudwitch. And the 30 odd, 35 or something scrunchies went in 2 minutes. And everyone was like, oh my god, like I couldn't get a scrunchie. So ever since then, I have just had stock of like the most scrunchies ever. Like there was like nearly like 40 of each in the Christmas drop, but like 40 of each, there's 4 patterns. Like that's a lot of scrunchies. But ever since they sold out in 2 minutes, like the scrunchies just then haven't sold out. And I don't know why everyone suddenly wanted a scrunchie in September or August, but now all the scrunchie lovers have like dissipated. I mean, we still sell a lot of scrunchies and they do go fast still. Like for example, we only have like 11, I'm out of breath already. We only have like 11 gingerbread ones left, 10 candy cane ones left. So we have sold probably about 50 of them. But I feel like every time I try and prepare in some way, like you're supposed to learn from the last one and apply what you've learned to the next drop, and every time I try to do that, the game changes and I fail. So we still have some scrunchies in stock. We've sold over half of the blind boxes, which is great because I have so many boxes, like we do so many of them. Overall, I'm just watching someone leave the shop on the iPad. Overall, I'm so extremely grateful. I'm so grateful every single drop, but I just feel like sometimes I feel like, oh, just one drop, I'm gonna like push me luck. It's gonna be like, not push me luck, I'm gonna run out of luck, and then one drop it's just gonna be like curtains. So I'm very grateful that this drop has gone so well. So it's 3 minutes past 7 and we're on 64 orders. Genuinely is so beyond amazing for us. Like I am really just no words beyond grateful. And also, like as a little extra side note, we don't even have Kindle cases this drop. 62 with no Kindle cases is insane. I'm very grateful. We also didn't have like a Black Friday blanket discount. I decided against doing them now that we draw our own patterns because it's just like, it's not feasible. And I know like I used to do it, like you just want to get involved with like a sales event, so you just like throw the discount on and kind of suffer the consequences, but you still get the sales. I'm deciding I'm gonna trust in what I've built, what I'm trying to build, and not do that. So I'm very grateful that today we did get some sales on Black Friday. I know it was a drop, but still Black Friday, people's heads are being turned everywhere, and we didn't do a discount. Thank you for being my virtual moral support for this drop. I really didn't know how it was going to go, especially because I've been so sick this week and I just I couldn't put the same cloud magical energy into it. So I'm very grateful for how it's gone. It's 7 o'clock now and I'm going to make sure we're all up to date on socials and stuff like that, and then get everything set for the weekend, so I can just try my best and get the majority of things done this weekend so we can get orders out as soon as possible. So I'm going to say bye to you now. Thank you so much for watching and keeping me company. I'm very, very grateful. I'm not sure what the next one will be, but I'll be back eventually. Ta-da!